Hello everyone. In this class, I am going to discuss about percentage labeling of oleum and percentage of free SO3 in oleum. So how can we can label oleum and also how much free SO3 will present in oleum. How to calculate this percentage of free SO3 or labeling of oleum. So complete information about this oleum and free SO3 we will discuss in this video. First of all, what is the oleum? What is the oleum? It is a commercial name for H2SO4. The chemical formula for oleum is H2S2O7. H2S2O7. It is also called pyrosulfuric acid. It is also called pyrosulfuric acid. And we have another name for pyrosulfuric acid, that is a fuming sulfuric acid. You can also call it as fuming sulfuric acid. Fuming sulfuric acid means it consists of H2SO4 and having the fumes of SO3. So fuming sulfuric acid H2SO4 SO3. So overall oleum means H2S2O7, nothing but a mixture of H2SO4 and SO3. So we can take overall H2S2O7 is the oleum, that is the mixture of H2SO4 and SO3. Generally to this oleum, if we add some water, that water will react with this mixture H2SO4 and SO3. Here water only reacts with SO3. It will react with SO3 and forms H2SO4. When add certain amount of water to the oleum, it will form overall here H2SO4 and H2SO4. The overall solution will give H2SO4. Now, the overall H2SO4 obtained after addition of certain amount of water to the oleum is the percentage labeling of oleum. Whatever amount of H2SO4 is obtained after addition of some desired amount of water to the oleum is its labeling. Means what? Percentage of labeling of oleum we can define like this. Percentage labeling of oleum is equals to total amount of H2SO4 formed. Total amount of H2SO4 formed after dilution of oleum sample. So whatever the amount of H2SO4 formed after dilution of oleum sample, that is its percentage labeling. There is a percentage labeling of oleum. So in generally, the commercial oleum is labeled like this. So in general, oleum is labeled as +100 X percentage. Generally, oleum sample is labeled as 100 X percentage. What is this means 100 X percentage? Here 100 grams of oleum is reacted with x grams of water. Here 100 grams of oleum reacted with x grams of water and forms 100 plus x grams of H2SO4. Generally 100 plus x percentage labeling. When you take 100 grams of oleum, that will react with x grams of water, then it will form 100 plus x grams of H2SO4. So that is its labeling. So let us take some numerical part, then we can understand in a clear way when you take some numericals. Generally, the commercial oleum is labeled like this: 109% or 118% or 104.5%, some etc. So what it means here, 109%, 118%, 104.5% means here 100 grams of oleum in this case contains 9 grams of water. 109% of oleum means 100 grams of oleum contains 9 grams of water. Similarly, 118% means 100 grams of oleum contains 18 grams of water. Whatever is excess than the 100 is the water. 100 plus x. X is the desired amount of water that reacts with oleum. So like that we can label the oleum. And the second one, percentage of free SO3 in oleum. What it means? Percentage of free SO3 in oleum. So as we discussed earlier, when you add water to the oleum, water reacts with SO3 and it will form H2SO4. The resultant H2SO4 is its percentage labeling. So by using that concept, we can calculate what is the free SO3 present in the oleum. How it is? Again, let us take one example here. Let me take this 109% oleum. Here, what is the percentage of free SO3 in this 109% labeling oleum? Here, we know that it containing 100 grams of oleum, and that is completely reacts with 9 grams of water. What is the 100 grams of oleum means? Oleum means what? It is a mixture of H2SO4 and SO3. So that means it is H2SO4 and SO3. The mixture is how much? 100 grams. This mixture now treated with water. How much water? 9 grams of water. As we know that water only reacts with SO3, so we can write overall like this here. SO3 now reacts with water, it will form H2SO4. So according to stoichiometric equation here, 1 mole of SO3 will react with 1 mole of water, it will form 1 mole of sulfuric acid. But they give what is the amount of water taken? 9 grams. So 9 grams of water is completely reacting. Means how much of SO3 should be present here? According to stoichiometry, 1 mole means 18 grams of water requires SO3 molar mass 80. So 18 grams requires 80 grams of SO3. Then 9 grams of water will completely react with 40 grams of SO3. Then it will form the respective H2SO4. How much you will get? 49 grams of H2SO4. Now here this 9 grams of water will give the information that how much amount of SO3 is there in the oleum. Then how much amount of SO3 is there? 40 grams of SO3 is there. Where? In 100 grams of oleum sample. In 100 grams, 40 grams of SO3 is there. That is freely available. Then what is the percentage then? In 100 grams, 40 grams is there. So percentage is 40%. Now we can label easily. Percentage of free SO3 is 40%. So this is the percentage of free SO3 in oleum. The previous, there is a labeling of oleum, means the total amount of H2SO4 produced after addition of a certain amount of water to the 100 grams of oleum sample. And in that oleum sample, how much free SO3 is available? That is its percentage of free SO3 in the oleum sample. That again we can calculate by knowing its labeling. Once if you know what is the labeling of this oleum, you can calculate the free SO3 present in the oleum sample. Let me take some more examples. Same, we'll take the previous one, the labeling of oleums. So let us take 118% oleum. Here what is the free percentage of free SO3 available in 118% of oleum? If you want to calculate, 118% of oleum means what? 100 grams of oleum contains whatever the excess than 100, above 100, the remaining is water only. Here 180 means the remaining 18 grams is water. This is 18 grams of water. So the overall 118% indicates this is the meaning. So means what? 100 grams of oleum now reacting with 18 grams of water. So 100 grams of oleum means what? It is containing H2SO4 and SO3. Now this mixture is reacting with water. As usual, like previous case, again water reacts with SO3. So in this case, then it will form H2SO4. How much amount of water here? 18 grams. Then 18 grams will react with how much amount of SO3? 80 grams. So now total oleum is 100 grams. In that 100 grams, how much SO3 is there? 80 grams. Then what is the percentage of free SO3 in the oleum? 80%. So this will give 80% of free SO3 in oleum. Similarly, you can take one more. Already we have taken 104.5. Let me take that one. How to calculate the free SO3 in that. Again, what it means? 100 grams oleum consisting of 4.5 grams of water. Again, oleum is a combination of H2SO4 and SO3. Again, here SO3 will react with water and will produce sulfuric acid. How much water is given? 4.5 grams. The 4.5 grams of water will react with how much amount of SO3 according to stoichiometric calculations? 20 grams. Now, out of 100 grams, 20 grams of SO3 is there. So now the percentage labeling is 20% of free SO3 is there. So like this we can label the percentage of free SO3 in the oleum sample. Now here one more important point we have to keep in mind, that is the maximum labeling of oleum. So up to what extent we can label for oleum sample? That is the maximum labeling of oleum. Maximum labeling of oleum means maximum amount of H2SO4 is produced after adding of certain amount of water to the 100 grams of oleum. So let us take 100 grams of oleum. So in 100 grams of oleum, H2SO4 is there, SO3 is there. So for that we are adding some water. How much water we can add? Whatever the amount of SO3 is available. So that much amount of water we can add. So maximum how much we can add? Maximum whatever the SO3 is present in the 100 grams. What is the maximum amount of SO3 can present in 100 grams of oleum? Maximum amount is 100 grams only. So let us assume in 100 grams of oleum, 100 grams of SO3 is there. Then for this 100 grams of SO3, how much water is required? As we know that for 80 grams of SO3, 18 grams of water is required. Then for 100 grams, how much water is required? 100 grams of SO3 is reacts with 22.5 grams of water. So when react each other, they will form H2SO4. How much H2SO4 they will form? Here 100, here 22.5. According to law of conservation of mass, you will get 122.5 grams of H2SO4. So this is the maximum labeling of oleum. So here 122.5 grams. So what is the percentage labeling of oleum? The total amount of H2SO4 obtained after dilution. So after addition of water, how much we are getting? 122.5. So the maximum labeling of oleum is 122.5%. This point we should do. So more than in 100 grams of oleum, we cannot take more than 100 grams of SO3. That is the maximum limit. So the maximum labeling is 122.5%. Then what is the minimum labeling? Minimum labeling means we have to take minimum amount of SO3. Minimum amount of SO3 means in 100 grams, minimum amount means you can take 0. 0 is the minimum. So no need to add any water. So it will start with 100%. So here 100 grams of oleum contains only H2SO4. There is no more SO3. So minimum limit is 100%. The maximum limit is 122.5%. So the percentage of labeling of oleum, maximum labeling of oleum is 122.5%. Similarly, minimum labeling of oleum is 100%. Similarly, if they ask what is the maximum availability of SO3 is 100%. What is the minimum percentage of SO3 available in 100 grams? 0. So this is in between minimum to the limits for minimum to maximum. In case of oleum labeling, percentage of oleum, minimum is 100 and the maximum is 122.5. For percentage of free SO3, minimum labeling is 0, maximum is 100. So these are the minimum limits, maximum limits for labeling of oleum, availability of free SO3 in oleum sample. This is the entire concept about the labeling of oleum and labeling of percentage of free SO3. Now we will see some numericals based on this concept. Let me take some questions here. A mixture is containing 10 grams of H2SO4 and 40 grams of SO3. Determine percentage labeling of oleum. So here sample, generally let us assume a mixture containing H2SO4 and SO3 in the amount 10 grams and 40 grams respectively. Then what is the percentage labeling of that oleum? Now what is the total amount of oleum here? First, oleum is equals to, oleum means mixture of H2SO4, SO3 anyhow, 10 grams of H2SO4 and 40 grams of SO3. So total how much? 50 grams. So we have 50 grams of oleum is there. But how to label oleum? For 100 grams of oleum, how much water is required? Then how much amount of H2SO4 it will produce? That is its labeling. Now we have to calculate. So 50 grams of oleum contains 40 grams of SO3. Then we have to calculate for 100 grams. Then 100 grams of oleum contains 80 grams of SO3. Now in 100 grams, you know that what is the availability of free SO3. Then how much amount of water we can add for this? So for 80 grams of SO3, we require 18 grams of water. So 18 grams of water is needed. Then it will produce how much? 100 for 100 grams we are adding 18 grams. So it will produce 118 grams of H2SO4. So it produces 118 grams of H2SO4. So that is its percentage labeling. So percentage labeling of oleum is equals to 118%. So whatever the amount of H2SO4 produced after addition of water to the 100 grams of oleum is its labeling. That's it. Let me take one more question. So what will be the mass of free SO3? In 50 grams of 104.5% oleum. What will be the mass of free SO3 present in 50 grams of 104.5% oleum? How much amount free SO3 is there? Let us see the solution. As usual, we know that 104.5% of oleum means what? 100 grams oleum plus 4.5 grams of water. So here 4.5 grams of water means what? In 100 grams, how much of SO3 will be present? Already we have discussed 20% free available SO3 means in 100 grams of oleum, the SO3 present is 20 grams. Now what is the question? So what is the available free SO3 in 50 grams, not 100 grams. So from this we got in 100 grams, 20 grams is there. Then in 50 grams, what is the availability of free SO3? 10 grams. So 10 grams of SO3 is there in 50 grams of 104.5% of oleum sample. That's it. Next. In a sample of oleum, if equal moles of H2SO4 and SO3 are present, calculate the percentage labeling of oleum. So here in a sample of oleum, so which consisting of equal moles of H2SO4 and SO3. Then what would be the percentage labeling of that oleum? Now again here, solution. Now equal moles. Let us assume both are having 1 mole. Let us assume 2, 2, 3, 3, whatever it is. That is our choice. Here let us assume they are having 1 mole. So here 1 mole of H2SO4 and 1 mole of SO3. Let us assume the oleum consisting of 1 mole of H2SO4 and 1 mole of SO3. 1 mole H2SO4 means what? 98 grams of H2SO4. 1 mole SO3 means what? 80 grams of SO3. Now what is the total oleum? This is 178 grams of oleum. If you take equal moles, that is 1 mole. The oleum sample is 178 grams of oleum. Now this 178 grams of oleum requires how much amount of water? See, so this 178 contains 80 grams of SO3. So here 178 grams of oleum requires how much amount? It contains 80 grams of SO3. So water reacts with SO3 only. So 80 grams means 1 mole. 1 mole water. So 18 grams of water. Then what here we have to calculate percentage labeling means for 100 grams how much water is required. So for 178 grams, 18 grams of water. Then for 100 grams of water. So for 100 grams of oleum, the water required. How much it is required? 100 by 178 into 18. So that will give 10.11 gram. So now for 100 grams, how much amount of water we have to add? 10.11. So what is the percentage labeling? 100 plus X. Percentage labeling generally 100 plus X. Here 100 is oleum, X is water. So that is together 110.11 percentage. This is the percentage labeling of oleum for a sample of oleum which consisting of equal moles of H2SO4 and SO3. Next, one more noodle. To the 100 grams of 109% oleum sample, 6 grams of water is added. Calculate percentage labeling of resultant oleum. What is the percentage labeling of resultant oleum? Here again the solution. Here they give 100 grams of 109% oleum sample reacts with 6 grams of water. What it means 100 grams of 109% oleum? Here 100 grams oleum, it consisting of 109% means what? The available free SO3 is, according to in 100 grams, 40 grams. So it consisting of 60 grams of H2SO4 and 40 grams of SO3. And to this mixture, what we are doing? We are adding 6 grams of water. When you add 6 grams of water, what happens? The water will react with SO3. So here SO3 reacts with water. How much SO3 is there? 40 grams. And to that we are adding 6 grams. But here for 6 grams, how much SO3 is required? Not 40. Here water is a limiting reagent. Here SO3 will not react completely. Why? Because for 40 grams, we required water is 9 grams. Here only 6 grams is available. So for 6 grams, the amount of SO3 reacted is almost 26.7 grams. 26.7 grams of SO3 only will react. Then how much amount of SO3 left? So 13.3 grams of SO3 left. When you add water to the 100 grams of oleum. Now what is the resultant oleum? When you add 6 grams to this mixture, the resultant oleum sample. How much? For 100 grams we are adding 6 grams. 106 grams of oleum. So this is the resultant oleum when you add water to the 100 grams of oleum. Again, in this 106 grams of oleum, how much amount of free SO3 is there? Whenever we add 6 grams of water, out of 40 grams, already 26.7 grams is reacted. Then how much amount of SO3 is left? Only 13.3 grams of SO3 is left in 106 grams of oleum. So in this amount, free SO3 is 13.3 grams. Again, now we have to label. So 13.3 grams means how much water we have to add? So we have how much left here? For 40 grams we added only 6 grams. To completely react 40 grams, 3 more grams we have to add. So the 13.3 grams of oleum requires 3 grams of water. Means what? This entire 106 grams of oleum now requires 3 grams of water. Now the labeling. So here 106 grams of oleum requires, this is 3 grams of water. Then we have to calculate for 100 grams. 100 grams of oleum requires how much amount of water? How much it is? 100 by 106 into 3. So that if you do the calculation, that will give 102.83%. This is a percentage labeling of resultant oleum when after addition of 6 grams of water to 100 grams of 109% oleum. This is one type of model to calculate percentage label. Let me take one more model here. Next one, 12.5 grams of fuming sulfuric acid, and which is labeled as 112%, that is mixed with 100 liters of water. Calculate molarity of H2SO4. Calculate molarity of H2SO4. Now, solution. Here 12.5 grams of fuming sulfuric acid is there. For that they added 100 liters water. Then what is the resultant solution? That is, after adding water anyhow we will get H2SO4. Then what is the concentration of H2SO4 in molar? It is in molarity. That we have to calculate here. Again 12.5 grams of what is the labeling? 112% oleum. Then 112% oleum means what? 100 grams of oleum requires 12 grams of water. Then for 12.5 grams of oleum, how much amount of water is required? That is 12.5 by 100 into 12. So that will give 1.5 grams. So for 12.5 grams of fuming sulfuric acid, we have to add 1.5 grams of water. Why? Because the available free SO3 is that much only. Only 1.5 grams of water only can react with available SO3 in the 12.5 grams of 112% labeling oleum sample. Now what is the resultant H2SO4 produced whenever we add 1.5 grams to the 12.5 grams? So resultant H2SO4. Resultant H2SO4 nothing but percentage labeling only. So resultant H2SO4. So for 12.5 grams we are adding 1.5 grams. So what is the resultant? 12.5 plus 1.5 grams. The total 14 grams. Now in the resultant solution, how much amount of H2SO4 is? 14 grams. Then what is the volume of solution that is added to excess amount of water? That is 100 liters. Now we have to calculate the resultant solution molarity. Now what is the molarity? Molarity is equals to weight of substance by molecular weight of substance into 1 by V. If you take volume in terms of liters, it is 1 by V. If you take volume in terms of milliliters, you will get 1000 by V. So anyhow, here water they mentioned in terms of the liters, you can take this formula. What is the weight? We got 14 grams. What is the molecular weight of H2SO4? 98 into 1 by, what is the water? 100. So this is the molarity of H2SO4. The molarity of H2SO4 is 14 by 98 into 1 by 100. So 14 by 9800. Let us take one more model here. Calculate the number of moles of KOH, potassium hydroxide, required for complete neutralization of H2SO4 produced from dissolution of (500 grams of 118% oleum in excess of water. Question is little lengthy. Anyhow, calculate the number of moles of potassium hydroxide required for complete neutralization of H2SO4 produced from the dissolution of 500 grams of 118% oleum in excess of water. The solution. Now 118% oleum means what again? 100 grams of oleum requires how much amount of water? 18 grams of water. Now what is the amount of oleum? 500 grams. Then for 500 grams how much amount of water is required? So 500 grams of oleum requires how much? 500 by 100 into 18. That is 90 grams of water. So for 500 grams of water, we have to add 90 grams of water to produce H2SO4. So which is produced from dissolution of 500 grams of 118 H2SO4 they given. So to get H2SO4, for this 500 grams of oleum, we have to add 90 grams of H2SO4. Now the resultant H2SO4. What is the resultant H2SO4? Initially we have 500 grams of oleum which consisting of H2SO4 and SO3. For that we are adding 90 grams of water. So this 90 grams water completely reacts with the SO3 which is present in 500 grams of oleum. So that will give overall 590 grams of H2SO4. Now this 590 grams of H2SO4 is neutralized by how many moles of KOH? Generally you can take the stoichiometric equation, as we know that H2SO4 plus 2 KOH will give K2SO4. So to neutralize 1 mole of H2SO4, we require 2 moles of KOH. Then what is the 590 grams of H2SO4 means how many moles? This is number of moles of H2SO4, 590 by 98. So 1 mole required 2 moles. Then this many moles of H2SO4 requires how many moles of KOH? So number of moles of KOH is 2 into 590 by 98. So that will give approximately 12.04 mole. So now we require the potassium hydroxide to neutralize H2SO4 is 12.04 mole. So this is the complete information about the percentage labeling of oleum and percentage of free SO3 and some numericals related to that topic. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.